I have another question actually from a listener, and this is based on our last conversation. And she says, I agree wholeheartedly about what Eli says about depression and suicide, but I feel capitalist society doesn't allow some of us to have the time to venture into the black hole, into the despair, and go beyond. This is where you were talking about
Hmm.
going all the way from
Sure.
depression
Yeah.
to the black hole. We don't have the time or money to not function while that's happening, hence antidepressants to keep us afloat. That was my story anyway. And yes, they stopped me from ending my life. I'm grateful for that because at that time I didn't have these deeper truths to sustain me, which is why sometimes I call suicide accidental. I feel a big part of this conversation is also privilege.
Oh, beautiful.
What would you say to that?
The reality is that people in prison are waking up. People everywhere are waking up. Definitely, we live in a capitalist money world, which is poisoning all of us. We all need to sell ourselves. It's a prostitution racket. Each one of us sells ourselves for the maximum we can get in order to survive, because that's the way the game is set up. And if you don't, you end up who knows what. But that doesn't stop you from going all the way, because it doesn't take that long. It's only an instant of time. If you give yourself fully, 100%, it happens in an instant, in a flash. If you give yourself part of the time, part way, it goes longer. The more you are not willing, the longer it goes, until you finally wear out the unwillingness, and all that's left is willingness. Then it's an instant. And that happens in prison, it happens on the line, it happens in the factory, it happens on the streets, it happens everywhere you are. And so you can't become victimized. You can be victimized economically, and you can be victimized politically, but your soul cannot be victimized. You can stay true to yourself no matter what the conditions, no matter where you find yourself. And then you're not a victim. And when you're not a victim, then you have some agency. As long as you're a victim of capitalism, you have no agency, nothing you can do about it. But when you realize that you're not a victim, then you have agency, you have a choice. And you can choose freedom in the midst of slavery and be unbending, unyielding, and it will bring you to freedom.
Yeah, so it sounds like from what you say is waking up from identification is, I mean, that's what you're here for. That's the whole teaching.
It is waking up from false identification. That's it. That's all it is. You're waking up to your true self. You're not creating, you're not making, you're not invoking. Your true self is already here, and you're returning to it. You're going back the way you came.
It's so relaxing. It's so deeply relaxing. And I never have to ask this question, how again? It's like I can feel it. I can feel if I truly surrender, it can unfold all by itself
Yes,
because
because you,
there is an individual here also, just quite naturally, just even this body, the way it's put together genetically, it's like it's here also.
of course,
Yeah. But I don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything to make that happen or make that better or
you stay committed to yourself, and that means not moving. If you don't move, there's nothing to do. If you don't move, that means you're committed to one-pointedness. You're committed to silence. You're taking a stand as integrity.